At dinner, Maya's friends begin planning a cabin weekend. Someone finds the rental, someone divides the deposit. Around the table, every answer arrives quickly. Yes, yes, yes. Maya smiles and says yes too. Her answer arrives before the decision. The trip is outside this month's plan. Her car needs repair, and the savings already has a job. But explaining that feels harder than moving the deposit onto a credit card. The trip has a price. So does avoiding, I can't afford it. The next morning, the charge is still pending. Maya moves car repair money into checking, then reduces next week's grocery plan. No one threatened her or requested a bank statement. There was only a small pause in which she imagined what a no might reveal. That pause changed the decision. The immediate cost of declining felt social and public. The financial cost of agreeing felt private, quiet, and delayed. Embarrassment won 2 seconds. Her future budget received the bill. Relief was immediate. The trade-off arrived alone. Affordability should be arithmetic. Available money, obligations, and priorities. But I can't afford it can sound like a statement about the person. Not successful enough, not responsible enough, not keeping up, not fully part of the group. The sentence describes a purchase, while the speaker fears that others may hear a biography. That is why a limit can feel like a public verdict. The number is financial. The embarrassment comes from its social meaning. The purchase becomes a test that nobody officially announced to them. Research offers a clue. Across cultures, situations people expected others to devalue were also the situations that produced more shame. Shame is not simply knowing a limit exists, it is anticipating that the limit could lower your value in someone else's eyes. Maya is not only deciding whether to buy a weekend, she is defending an identity. Competent adult, dependable friend, person whose life appears to be working. The cabin deposit becomes a small admission test for belonging. Pain can feel safer than risking visible devaluation. The word can't can make a boundary feel total. It compresses a financial plan into one apparent deficiency. Maya can technically pay. She has credit and savings. But affordability is not the same as access to money. Responsible affordability means the expense can enter the plan without displacing something more important. A repair, medical bill, debt payment, or breathing room may be invisible to everyone else. Saying no can protect a priority that the table cannot see. The invisible priority is still real, even without an explanation. Social plans often create a reference point before anyone checks whether it fits. One friend suggests the restaurant, another upgrades the rental. Someone says the extra cost is only a little more. Once the group plans around that number, declining feels like interrupting momentum. The price has not become affordable. It has become socially normal. Different incomes, debts, family obligations, and goals can sit at the same table. One shared price never means the same thing to everyone. Agreement can hide very different financial consequences. When money feels awkward, people become creative. They delay, claim a scheduling conflict, avoid the group chat, attend dinner but pretend not to be hungry. Agree now and search for an excuse later. Sociological research describes face-saving work in financial relationships. People manage what refusal appears to say about care, competence, generosity, and belonging. The indirect answer protects the image briefly, but leaves the financial decision unresolved. It also makes connection harder, because other people receive an excuse instead of a boundary they can understand and respect. Financial shame does not always produce better financial behavior. It can produce withdrawal. Across surveys, experiments, and financial records, researchers found a cycle. Hardship can create shame. Shame can increase disengagement. Disengagement can deepen hardship. This does not mean every embarrassed person avoids every account. Shame can turn a solvable number into a threat to the self. Maya may postpone checking the card and avoid the repair estimate, the information that could restore some control. What began as social protection can gradually become financial distance. Call it the hidden yes tax, money spent to avoid the social cost of a clear no. It appears in a group dinner, an undiscussed gift, a destination wedding, a child's activity, an office collection, or a family request answered before opening the budget. Each yes preserves the moment. Repeated quiet yeses can produce resentment, secrecy, delayed bills, and fewer choices later. The issue is not generosity or shared experience. It is whether belonging has quietly become conditional on spending at someone else's pace. Money conversations are often most frightening before they happen. Research on personal financial disclosure found that opening up could reduce financial anxiety by increasing perceived control. That does not mean everyone deserves details or every conversation will be supportive. It reveals a narrower possibility. Privacy and isolation are not the same thing. One honest sentence to a trusted person can replace imagined judgment with real information. The goal is not confession, only enough truth to make the decision visible. Selective honesty can return agency to the speaker. A useful boundary does not need to define your worth. Instead of, "I'm broke," try, "That isn't in my plan this month," or "I'm not spending on that right now," or simply, "I'm sitting this one out." These sentences are honest without turning a decision into a character assessment. They move the subject from identity to allocation. The money has another purpose. You are not asking the group to approve your finances. You are informing them. A boundary protects priorities, not worth. Use a three-part boundary. First, state the decision. I'm not doing the cabin. Second, offer only the context you choose. I'm protecting another priority. Third, preserve connection if wanted. I can join dinner, or let's plan something local. Decision, context, connection. No long defense, no imaginary crisis. The boundary protects the budget, while the alternative shows that declining the expense is not declining the relationship. It gives the other person something clear to respect. Clarity reduces the space where shame creates excuses. 2 weeks later, the group proposes concert tickets and dinner. Maya feels the familiar heat before anyone asks directly. She opens her plan before the payment link. "I'm skipping the concert," she writes. "It's not where I'm spending this month. I can meet you for coffee Saturday." She waits without over-explaining. One friend chooses coffee. Another sends a heart. The conversation continues. The embarrassment remains but no longer makes the purchase. A boundary can survive being seen. That new experience weakens the old prediction. A healthy, flexible social life needs more than one price of admission. Friends can split the evening, dinner without the concert, a day visit without the hotel, a potluck, a smaller gift, or a walk that costs nothing. An alternative should not become another obligation. It simply shows that connection and identical spending are different things. When a group accepts different budgets without demanding explanations, money becomes information inside the relationship, not a ranking of people. Belonging becomes flexible enough to include a real financial life. Script end. Not every group responds well. Some openly tease, pressure, exclude, or treat a lower budget as lower status. A better sentence cannot repair every relationship. The lesson is not embarrassment is all in your head. Judgment can be real. Financial differences limit participation, and privacy may be safest. The reset is smaller. Separate the spending decision from a verdict about your worth. Choose one trusted person, one prepared sentence, and one affordable alternative. Let the response teach you something about the relationship. "I can't afford it" feels embarrassing when a financial limit is mistaken for evidence that you are failing, falling behind, or losing your place. Before the next invitation, prepare one plan-based sentence. "That is not where I'm spending right now." Add a connection option only if you want. Practice before pressure returns. In the comments, write a boundary sentence you would use, without sharing private numbers. Subscribe to Hidden Wealth Systems for more patterns hiding inside ordinary money moments. See the pattern, change the outcome.